So we were talking about the Gondwanas yesterday in the last class. Okay. So these Gondwanas, wherever the Gondwanas are present, I have given you the complete scenario, the complete extent of Gondwanas in India and their climates and their paleoclimatic significances as well, and their economic values. Okay. What economic values Gondwanas do hold? Gondwanas hold the economic value of coal, right? Because it has coal in it, right? And paleoclimatic indicator, it is a very good paleoclimatic indicator as well, because right from the calciritides, okay, it shows different types of depositional agencies. Okay, different types of depositional agencies, and these depositional agencies, they reflect their respective climates. Okay, their respective climates and their respective environmental conditions, right? Moving further, the Gondwanas, these Gondwanas are present in Maharashtra as well. Okay, the Gondwanas are present in Maharashtra as well, but in not in the entire Maharashtra, but in patches. Okay, and specifically, the Gondwanas are present in Vidarbha region of Maharashtra. Okay, in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, that is in the eastern part of Maharashtra, right? So those who are from Nagpur, this entire Vidarbha area, they will be very happy to know today's class, because very familiar names are going to come. Okay, जे नाव आपण रोजच्या बोलचालीमध्ये वापरतो, त्यानंतर रोज आपण इकडे तिकडे बघतो आपल्या अराउंडचे नाव. ठीक आहे, सो ते सगळे नाव आज दिसतील. ठीक आहे. सो द जिओलॉजी ऑफ द गोंडवाना रॉक्स इन Maharashtra. Okay, the Gondwana rock in Maharashtra. Now, this Gondwana rocks in Maharashtra, these Gondwana rocks in Maharashtra, they are present only in the Vidarbha region. Okay, they are present only in the Vidarbha region, that is in the eastern part of Maharashtra. Okay, in the eastern part of Maharashtra, because in the western part of Maharashtra there is Deccan Traps. Okay, there is Deccan Traps. Now, these Gondwanas, they are exposed as detached outcrops. Okay, they are exposed as detached outcrops in a 45-kilometer long belt from Nagpur to Kelod. Basically, this is Kedwat. That village is there. Okay, the village which is Kedwat. Okay, so Nagpur to Kelod, and in a Wardha Pranhita Valley in Yavatmal, Chandrapur, and Gadchiroli districts. Okay, so there are three districts. Okay, there are three districts in Wardha Pranhita Valley. Okay, three districts in Wardha Pranhita Valley and Nagpur to Kelod. Okay, so the Kelod is nothing but a part of Nagpur itself. Okay, in the Nagpur district itself, it is a village in the Nagpur district or taluka. Okay, as we know, in the yesterday's class, we have seen the Gondwanas in three prominent rift valleys. Okay, three prominent rift valleys. Which are those three prominent rift valleys? कोणत्या prominent rift valleys मध्ये आपण काल गोंडवाना पाहिला होता?
प्राणिता गोदावरी.
प्राणिता गोदावरी. दुसरी?
सोन नर्मदा.
सोन नर्मदा. तिसरी? The most important one. Third and the most important one. Damodar. Okay,
Yes, sir,
Damodar Valley, because first it was recognized in Damodar Valley itself. Okay, Damodar Valley, Son Narmada Valley, and Pranita Godavari. Okay, or Son Mahanadi, not Narmada, but Son Mahanadi. Okay, Mahanadi Valley. Right. So these are the three prominent valleys. Now, the Gondwana in Maharashtra. Okay, Gondwana in Maharashtra is in the Nagpur to Kelod area, the 45-kilometer long belt, and in the Wardha to Pranhita Valley. Okay, in the Wardha Pranhita Valley, in the districts of Yavatmal, Chandrapur, and Gadchiroli. Okay, now there are four coal-bearing formations in the Gondwanas of Maharashtra. Okay, four coal-bearing formations. First is the Kamthi coalfield, another one is the Umred coalfield, then Bandar coalfield, and Wardha Valley coalfield. Okay, these are the four coal fields, or these are the four belts. Okay, four main areas when these coal bearing formations or these Gondwanas basically are classified. Okay, these Gondwanas are basically classified. So first is Kamti coalfield, which is very near to Nagpur. Umred coalfield, again very near to Nagpur. Okay, Bandar coalfield, again nearby this Gadchiroli district, and in the Wardha Valley coalfield. Right. So we'll see them one by one. Understood this? The aerial extent and the location. Okay. So there are various formations which can be observed in this Vidarbha region or in the Maharashtra. Okay, various formations that can be observed in this Maharashtra area. Okay, those are first. Let us see Talchir formation. Okay, the Talchir formation. Now this Talchir formation. Okay, this Talchir formation they represents they occur only in eastern part of Vidarbha region. Okay, only found in the eastern part of the Vidarbha region. Okay, only the eastern part of the Vidarbha region. So where Nagpur, Chandrapur and Gadchiroli districts. Okay, in Nagpur, Chandrapur and Gadchiroli districts. Okay, so three districts are there which host Talchir formation. Okay, three districts are those which host the Talchir formation. Okay, which are those? Nagpur, Chandrapur, Gadchiroli. Okay, Nagpur, Chandrapur, Gadchiroli. ठीक है, साथ साथ इन चीजों को रट लो. ठीक है, इन चीजों को रट लो basically. Okay, because majority of the things in stratigraphy are not to be understood, they are just to be mugged up. Okay, they are just to be mugged up. Okay. Then it is exposed at a distance of around 10 kilometers north of Nagpur along Nagpur Chhindwara road. Okay, Nagpur Chhindwara road in the vicinity of Koradi power station. Okay, in the vicinity of Koradi power station. So people living in Nagpur, okay, the people who are living in Nagpur, they know where Koradi power station is. Okay, where Koradi power station is, and around that area we have this exposure of Talchir formation. Okay, in the Talchir formation in the Nagpur Chhindwara road. Okay, Nagpur Chhindwara road, where in the Nagpur Chhindwara road near the Kolar river. Okay, near the Kolar river you have these exposures. Okay, you have the exposures of Talchir. Okay, they overlay Saucer outcrops. Okay, they overlay the Saucer outcrops. What is the age of Saucer? Saucer का age क्या है?
Proterozoic.
Huh? What is the age of Saucer?
Proterozoic.
Proterozoic. Which Proterozoic? Mere Proterozoic is not enough.
Mesoproterozoic.
Meso. Paleoproterozoic. Okay, it's Paleoproterozoic, right? Now, so they overlay the Saucer outcrops. That means it has Saucer here. Okay, it has here Saucer, and overlying it we have Talcher. Okay, we have this Talcher in Nagpur area. Okay, in this Nagpur area. Now these red color shells, okay, red colored shells and siltstone are present. Okay, red colored shells and siltstone are present here. Okay, these red siltstones grade into fine to medium grain sandstone, which are crudely stratified. Okay, which are crudely stratified. So red siltstone grade into fine to medium grain sandstone. Okay, fine to medium grain sandstone, which is crudely stratified. That means the stratification is present. Okay, stratification is present, but that stratification is not properly observed. Okay, that stratification is not properly observed. Crude stratification is there, not improper stratification is there. Okay, improper stratification or immature stratification is present. Okay, immature stratification is present. The red shells contain clasts of variety of sizes, from boulders to pebbles of gneiss, schist and quartzite from both Saucer and Sakoli groups. Okay, what's Saucer and Sakoli groups? That means this red shell, they consist of clasts. Okay, they consist of clasts. What Talchir is all about? Okay, what this Talcher is all about is tillites. Okay, Talcher is all about tillites. Tillites means the glacial sediments. Okay, the glacial sediments, and these glacial sediments basically they are immature. Okay, these glacial sediments are basically immature, so they have variety of the clasts. Okay, variety of the clast, they have picked from here and there. Okay, these variety of class they have picked from here and there, and they have deposited in this area. Okay, they have deposited in this area. So from where you may expect that this kind of material can be plucked out. एखाद्या ठिकाणी एखादी गोष्ट जमा झाली असेल तर ती कुठून आली असेल? कुठून आली असेल? आसपासच्याच एरियामधून आली असेल. ठीक आहे, आसपासच्याच कुठल्या तरी एरियामधून त्याला त्याला उचलण्यात आलं असेल. ठीक आहे, सो सेम वे these kind of clasts, okay, these kind of clasts, they are coming from this Saucer and Sakoli group, because these are the groups which are underlying the Talchis. Okay, these are underlying Talchis. That means the glacier which was moving, okay, the glacier which was moving, that glacier has broken the sediments or the clasts from this Saucer and Sakoli groups. Okay, Saucer and Sakoli group rocks. Okay, then it contains rounded, sub-rounded, and sub-angular boulders. Okay, rounded, sub-rounded, and sub-angular boulders. Okay, have polished and striated surfaces. Okay, which have polished and striated surfaces. Polished and striated means which are angular. Okay, these striations are there. Okay, striations are there, just like you have scratched something. You have scratched on a surface. Okay, you have scratched on a surface, and it has the parallel, uh, what I can say, parallel lines like this. Okay, this is called as striations. Now these striations suggest that the deposition, okay, this deposition is typical tillite. Okay, this deposition is typical tillite or fluvio-glacial origin. Okay, fluvio-glacial means what? Glacier which has been melted. Okay, the glacier which has been molten. That means the in the end part of the glacier. Okay, in the end part of the glacier, when the glacier was molten. Okay, when the glacier was molten, and these molten glaciers have deposited these materials. Okay, this molten glacier has deposited this material, right? So this is the meaning of this concept. Okay, next, so this was about Nagpur area. Okay, this is about the Nagpur area. Now another prominent exposure, okay, another prominent exposure is present in Varora. Okay, another prominent exposure is present in Varora in Chandrapur. Okay, in the Chandrapur district there is one village or taluka which is called as Varora. So in that Varora village or Varora taluka in Chandrapur district, we have this prominent exposure of Talcher. Okay, now that Talcher rests unconfirmably over Sullavai. Okay, Sullavai belongs to ये हा शब्द कुठे पाहिला होता आपण? सुल्लवई.
Pranita Godavari basin.
Pranita Godavari succession, right? That means Pakhal. Okay, it overlies Pakhal. Okay, so it rests unconfirmably over this Sullavai. Okay, it rests unconfirmably over the Sullavai. So in the south, okay, in the south and in the east and northeast overlies the Sakoli group. Okay, in the east and the northeast it overlies the Sakoli group. Okay, on the north they are covered by infratrapians. Now remember this, they are covered by infratrapians. Okay, infratrapians and Deccan traps. Okay, in the Deccan traps, right? So the largest group in the Vardha Valley, okay, the largest group in Vardha Valley coalfield in Yavatmal and Chandrapur district. Okay, so in the two districts in the Vardha Valley coalfield, okay, for this Vardha Valley coalfield, we have in the two districts, okay, in these two districts we have this Yavatmal and Chandrapur districts. Okay, now it exposed intermittently starting from Vani in Yavatmal. Okay, it starts from Vani in Yavatmal along the western margin of Gondwana basin. Okay, along the western margin of Gondwana basin, which occupies wide area west of Chandrapur and Irai. Irai is a river in Chandrapur. Okay, and continuing southwards up to the boundary of Maharashtra and Telangana. Okay, up to the Maharashtra and Telangana. It continues in Telangana as well. Okay, it continues in Telangana as well, but we won't consider it. Okay, now the good section consists of thinly laminated green shells with cross-bedded fine to medium grained sandstone is present in Vani. Okay, these are the lithology, or this is the lithology which is present in Yavatmal district. Okay, Yavatmal district, the Vani taluka. Okay, Vani taluka or Vani area of Yavatmal district. Okay, so it contains thinly laminated green shells. Okay, green shells with cross-bedded fine to medium grained sandstone. Okay. So this is the Talchir formation. Okay, this is the Talchir formation which is present in Maharashtra. Okay. Next is the Barakar formation. Okay, next is the Barakar formation. Now, this Barakar formation, okay, this Barakar formation outcrops, they are rare. They are not completely present or they are not continuously present. Okay, they are not continuously present. They are rare, but where they are found, they are detached and scattered. Okay, they are detached and scattered. There is no one single outcrop or single larger outcrops like that of the Talchirs. Okay, Talchirs have larger outcrops, right? Talchir have larger outcrops, but Barakar does not have such kind of larger outcrops. It has detached or scattered outcrops. Okay, it has the detached or scattered outcrop. That means the broken outcrops like that. Okay, in the Kamti coalfield, three members are recognized. Okay, three members are recognized in the Kamti coalfield itself. Okay, so there are three. The basal member is of alternating sequence. Okay, the basal member is of alternating sequence of fine grained sandstone. Okay, a fine grained sandstone and shell alternating number of thin coal sips. Okay, the number of thin coal sips. So okay, so in the basal member alternating sequence with there might be there like this. Okay, alternating sequence sandstone and shell. Okay, sandstone shell, these kind of this kind of alternating sequence is present. Okay, this kind of alternating sequence is present, and in between this uh, thin limestone thin sandstone or thin bands, we have thin coal sims as well. Okay, thin coal sims as well. So the coal which is present in Kamti, okay, in Kamti coal field or in the Kamti area belongs to this Barakar formation. Okay, this belongs to this Barakar formation. Okay, it is followed by a middle member with its thickness varying between 100 and 120 meters. Okay, 100 and 120 meters, composed of alternating beds of sandstone and shells. Okay, it is composed of alternating bed of sandstone and shell. Again, the next member. Okay, next member. This is the basal member basically. Okay, this is the basal member, and this is middle member. Okay, this is the middle member, which is having again the alternating bands. Okay, which again has the alternating bands, and these alternating bands are of sandstone and shell. Okay, and the upper member, okay, the upper member is barren of coal seams. Okay, the upper member is barren of coal seams. There is no coal seam in upper part. Okay, the lower part of the formation, okay, lower part of the formation is characterized by fine grained sandstones. Okay, lower part is characterized by the fine grained sandstone, whereas in upper part of the sandstone it becomes coarse grain. So starting from finer grain to in the upper part, which we have this coarser grain. Okay, there might be reverse grading. Okay, there might be reverse grading of the sandstone. Okay. Next coalfield. In the Bandar coalfield around Chimur, okay, the Bandar coalfield around Chimur, the barakars form low ridges and of composed of fine to coarse grain, okay, fine to coarse grain, white, gray, yellowish, buff colored sandstone, okay, with intercalated coal and shell layers. Okay, so this contains this contains the fine to coarse grained white, okay, fine to coarse grained white, gray, yellowish buff colored sandstone. Okay, here we have the sandstone with intercalated coal and shell layers. Okay, intercalated coals and shell layers, right? The fine grained sandstones are micaceous. Okay, fine grained sandstones are micaceous and shells are often carbonaceous. Okay, shells are often carbonaceous. In the Vardha Valley coalfield, okay, in the Vardha Valley coalfield, the outcrops are scarce and disconnected. Okay, the outcrops are scarce and disconnected. It means they are not at one place. Okay, not at one place. They are scattered all over the area. Okay, they are scattered all over this area. Right.
सर कामठी
Next,
कोलफिल्ड जे आहे ते बाराकर आणि तालचीर दोघेही फॉर्मेशन मध्ये येते.
तालचीर मध्ये नाहीये, बाराकर मध्ये आहेत.
तालचीर मध्ये नाहीये.
तालचीर मध्ये नाहीये, तालचीर मध्ये कोलच नाही राहत.
डिवाइड ऑफ कोल ते ग्लेशियल ओरिजिन.
तालचीर is completely devoid of coal, right? तालचीर is completely devoid of coal and barren measures is completely devoid of coal. ठीक आहे.
तर सर तालचीरच्या फॉर्मेशन मध्ये नाव दिसतंय ना कामठी कोलफिल्डचं.
कामठी कोलफिल्ड मध्ये तो एक एक्सपोजर, तो जो एरिया आहे ना कामठी कोलफिल्ड वाला, ठीक आहे, त्याच्या खालच्या साईडला तो एक एक्सपोजर भेटला. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे तो असू शकते की तो बेसमेंट असेल त्याचा,
तालचीर फॉर्मेशन.
ओके, ठीक आहे. आणि तालचीरच्या वर आले बाराकर्स म्हणजेच कामठी कोलफिल्ड. ठीक आहे, आधी तालचीर त्याच्यावरती कामठी कोलफिल्ड. ठीक आहे, असं आहे ते.
सर मग काराबारी नाही आलं का?
काय म्हटलं?
काराबारी नाही आलं का?
करारबारी नाही आहे आपल्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये, करारबारी एक्सपोज नाही.
ओके,
आपल्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये 3 एक्सपोज आहेत. ठीक आहे, गोंडवनाचे 3 फॉर्मेशन एक्सपोज आहेत. एक आहे बाराकर, पहिला तालची, दुसरा बाराकर, तिसरा कामठी. ओके, कामठी ना, कामठी इज कन्सिडर्ड इक्विव्हॅलंट ऑफ दामुडा. ठीक आहे, कामठी इज कन्सिडर्ड इक्विव्हॅलंट ऑफ दामुडा. ठीक, सो करारबारी आपल्या याच्यात दिसत नाही. त्याच्यानंतर बॅरन मेजर्स दिसत नाही. ठीक आहे, राणीगंज पण दिसत नाही. ऑब्विसली त्याचे इक्विव्हॅलंट्स नाहीये. दॅट्स इट. ठीक आहे,
ओके सर.
Next and the last is Kamti formation. Okay, the Kamti formation. Now this Kamti formation is most extensively exposed in Pranhita Godavari graben. Okay, in the Pranhita Godavari graben, and it covers large area on the left side of Vardha river. Okay, it covers large area in the left side of the Vardha river. Okay, so it contains different types of separate areas. Okay, it contains different types of separate areas. They are Kamti coalfield, and those 4 coalfields: Vardha Valley coalfield, then Bandar coalfield, okay, Umred coalfield, all those areas. Okay, all those areas, they are covered into this Kamti coalfield. Okay, in the Kamti coalfield. So this Kamti coalfield outcrops occur around Tekadi, Sillewada, Bokhara, Patansavangi, Adasa, Savner, and Kelod areas. Okay, so these are the areas in and around Nagpur city. Okay, in and around Nagpur city, which are present in the Kamti formation. Okay, which are present in the Kamti formation. So, okay, Tekadi, Sillewada, Bokhara, Patansavangi, Adasa, Savner, and Kelod. These are the areas around Nagpur city where Kamti formation is present. Okay, now the Kamti sandstone is well consolidated medium to fine grain. Okay, medium to fine grain, varying in color from white, grayish to yellow, and composed of rounded to subangular grains of quartz. Okay, these are the characteristics of Kamti sandstone. Okay, these are the characteristic of the Kamti sandstone, which is well consolidated, medium to fine grain, varying in color from white, grayish to yellow, and composed of rounded to subangular grains of quartz. Okay, they are cross-bedded and contain clasts of mudstone and ferruginous nodules. Okay, they are cross-bedded and they contain the clasts of mudstone and ferruginous nodules. Okay. So this is your Kamti formation. Okay, or this Kamti coalfield. Okay, there are smaller coalfields. Okay, there are again smaller coalfields like this Bandar coalfield, then Umred coalfield. Okay, then Wardha Valley coalfield. Okay, so I'll just give you the account of this. Okay, I'll give you the account of this all these type of coalfields. Okay, in brief. Right. Just a minute. So next is Umred coalfield. Okay, Umred or Umred, whatever you want to prefer. Okay, this Umred coalfield. What is Umred coalfield is all about? They are not completely formed. They are not completely exposed. Okay, Kamtis are not completely exposed here in the Umred. Okay, the formation has represented ferruginous reddish brown sandstones. Okay, the ferruginous reddish brown sandstones. So this is basically okay. This is basically the Umred coalfield. Kamti is not exposed here. Okay, Kamtis are not properly exposed here, but it is a part of this entire valley succession. Okay, so this is the Umred coalfield. Next comes Bandar coalfield. Okay, this Bandar coalfield, which is present in uh, Chimur district. Not Chimur district. Chimur is Tehsil. Okay, in the Chimur Tehsil. Okay, so it is present in the Chimur Tehsil. Okay, it has triangular basin. Okay, it has this triangular basin. Line Barakas, Olan Barakas, counties represented by. Okay, counties are represented by reddish yellow, buff colored, medium to coarse grained sandstones. Okay. So this is the Bandar coalfield. Next, Wardha Valley coalfield. This Wardha Valley coalfield. Now, this occupies parts of Yavatmal, Chandrapur districts. Okay, the field occupies the parts of Yavatmal and Chandrapur districts, right? Kamti sandstone in this area. Okay, so these are the characteristics. Okay, these are the characteristics of these are the characteristics of these different coal fields which are present in or which belong to the Gondwana or the counties of Maharashtra. Okay, so red coal field is there which contains ferruginous reddish brown sandstone. It does not have that much exposure of counties. Okay, it does not have that much exposure of counties, but it has only the sandstones. Okay, then we have this Bandar coal field which is triangular, which has the triangular basin which overlies Barakar. Okay, and Kamtis are represented here by reddish yellow to buff colored, medium to coarse grain sandstones. And the Varda Valley coalfield, which is occupies parts of Yavatmal and Chandrapur district. The Kamti sandstone in this area is medium to coarse grain and usually dull brownish yellow to brownish red in color. This sandstone, okay, this sandstone is usually porous, which is friable and better sorted than Barakar sandstones. Okay, done. Are you writing this or shall I move forward?
सर एक मिनट बस.
सर फायरेबल म्हणजे काय?
फ्रायबल, फायरेबल नाही, फ्रायबल. स्पेलिंग चुकलं. फ्रायबल आहे.
सर मीनिंग काय आहे त्याचं?
Friable means which can be very easily can be broken.
ओके सर.
Which can be converted to powder very easily. म्हणजे त्याला हातात घे, थोडासा रब कर, त्याची सँडची ग्रेन्स वेगवेगळी निघतील. That is friable. Done? Okay. So this is all about Gondwanas. Okay. This is all about the Gondwanas. Gondwana in India, Gondwana in Maharashtra. Okay. Gondwana in India and Gondwana in Maharashtra. Okay. So I hope Gondwana is clear to you. Right? Gondwana is clear to you. Do you have anything to ask in Gondwana? Or shall I move forward?
सर जो चंद्रपुर में कोल है वो कौन सा है सर? सब बिटुमिनस है कि बिटुमिनस है?
कोणता काय म्हटलं?
चंद्रपुर में,
चंद्रपूर हाँ
हाँ, उसमें जो कोल है वो बिटुमिनस है कि सब बिटुमिनस है सर?
सब बिटुमिनस.
सब बिटुमिनस.
हाँ. In entire Maharashtra, wherever we have the coal, okay, wherever we have the coal is generally sub-bituminous coal. Okay, that is sub-bituminous. Bituminous coal you will find in this Raniganj coal field, the proper Raniganj, proper Jharia, okay, these coal fields. तिथे मिळेल तो bituminous coal. Okay, shall I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have done with Gondwanas. Okay, we have done with Gondwanas here. Now, moving forward to the infra traps. Okay, the infra traps. In infra traps, we had studied two names. Not studied. I have just given you two names. Okay, if you remember the class on geology of Maharashtra first. Okay, class 1. In that class 1, I have given the overview of geology of Maharashtra. Okay, the entire overview of geology of Maharashtra, and that I have given you two names for infra traps. Okay, two names for infra traps. Which are those?
Lameta and bark beds.
Correct. तुला आठवणीत बरोबर. Okay, lametas and bag. Okay, the bag and lameta. These are two beds, or these are the two formations are which represents the infra traps. Okay, which represents infra traps. Right. So let us see then what is infra trap is all about. Okay, so this bag beds. Okay. Bag beds. Now, this bag beds, the sediments of these bag beds occur as detached outcrops along the northern bank of Narmada River. Okay, along the northern bank of the Narmada River, traceable from Barwa in Khargone district of Madhya Pradesh, the east of Chota Udaipur in Baroda district, and Rajpipla in Bharuch, basically Bharuch. Okay, Bharuch district of Gujarat in the west. Okay, they rarely attain the thickness of more than 40 meters. Okay, and they attaining perhaps 300 meters in Amba Dongar area. Okay, and they are found in the south to the Narmada River, around valley of Deva River, which is a tributary of Narmada. So this is the geographic location. Okay, this is the geographic location of bag beds. Okay, in India, with respect to India, right? Now, in the sedimentations, it starts with the deltaic environment of the lower part of Nimar sandstone. Okay, now remember this deltaic environment, Nimar sandstone. Okay, they may ask you the question like this. Okay, they may ask you the question like this: Nimar sandstone belongs to which kind of environment? Okay, Nimar sandstone belongs to which kind of environment? Okay, or deltaic environment is represented by. Okay, deltaic environment is represented by, and four names will be given. Okay, 4 names will be given. So if these names Nimar sandstone is there, this is the answer. Okay, but be aware, it is not multi-answer question. Okay, multi-answer question, MSQ. Okay, sure. So the deposition of its upper part of limestone and the marls which follow was under a series of marine transgressive and regressive phases. Okay, so there is marine regression and transgression. Okay, marine regression and transgression with the relative faunal assemblage. Okay, so there is obviously fossils. Okay, since we are talking about this bark beds. Okay, bark beds. So we have these fossils. Okay, we have the fossils as well. Okay. The marine history of Narmada Basin ended with oyster bed at the top of the upper coralline limestone bed with westward retreat of the sea and freshwater condition progressively overstepping westward with the deposition of lameta bed. That means when it ended, okay, when it ended the bark beds, okay, when the bark beds were coming to end, the deposition of lameta beds started. Okay, the lameta bed deposition started, which is a freshwater deposit. Okay, the lameta beds are freshwater deposits. These bark beds are marine deposits. Okay, these bark beds are the marine deposits of the marine history of Narmada Basin. Right. See this. This entirely shows the bark beds or bark group. Okay, हा पोर्शन झाला. ठीक आहे, हा वाला पोर्शन पूर्ण. ठीक, this represents or हा वाला पोर्शन. Okay, this represents the bark group. Okay. Bark group or bark beds. This is the stratigraphy of bark beds. Okay, the stratigraphy of bark beds. Okay, starting from Nimar sandstone, which rests on Precambrian basement. Okay, it rests on the Precambrian basement. Rests on the Precambrian basement, starting with Nimar sandstone. Okay, starting with the Nimar sandstone, then nodular sandstone, nodular limestone is there. Okay, then Devla, Chirakan marl, and then coralline limestone. Okay, then coralline limestone, and above coralline limestone, okay, above the coralline limestone, we have lametas. Okay, we have the lameta formation. Okay, so this is overall stratigraphy or overall succession of the bark group. Okay, so this bark group. Okay, Nimar sandstone, nodular limestone, Devla Chirkan marl, and coralline limestone. Okay, this coralline limestone. Okay, bark beds are known for their life. Okay, known for the life or basically for the fossils. Okay, we'll more focus on this climatic conditions. Okay, so the marine invasion in the Narmada Valley in the Amba Dongar area. Okay, in this Amba Dongar area. Okay, so which yield rich econofauna. Okay, it yields rich econofauna. Now it is followed by the oyster bed. Okay, it is followed by the oyster beds and Astrid Turritella bed. Okay, so in some localities, the presence of appreciable amount of pyrites shows oxygen poor conditions. Okay, the oxygen poor condition, that means the air might not be like that. So oxygen poor means that is it must be in the underwater conditions. Okay, underwater conditions. So it is indicated by absence or rarity of fossils. Okay, the absence or rarity of the fossils. Now, these thick-shelled bivalves and gastropods are present. Then bryozoans are present. Serpulates are present. Okay, they indicates clear, warm, tropical marine environments from bag fauna. Okay. Now, climates are very much important. Climates are very much important, and the environment is very much important for the deposition when we are talking about these sandstones or any kind of deposition. Okay. So these are clear, warm, tropical marine waters. Okay, clear, warm, tropical marine waters which are present in the at that time of deposition of bark beds. Okay, absence of echinoids and the limestone and marl bryozoans and algae, particularly in coralline limestone, shows that these beds must have been deposited in clear, well aerated and eutrophic conditions, euphotic conditions. Okay, these echinoids, then limes, echinoids, these bryozoans and algae, they are present. Okay, they do not they do not need these kind of conditions: clear, well aerated, and euphotic. Okay, if they are absent, okay, if these are absent, then these conditions are predominant. Okay, these conditions are predominant. Okay, now these surfaces denote the relative fault. Several hard grounds with extensive evidence of submarine and subaerial erosion have been recorded, and in Bag carbonate sequence. Okay, in the Bag carbonate sequence. Now, these surfaces denote the relative fall in the sea level intervening the period of sea level rise. Okay, so sea level rise, fall, all this you might have studied this in sequence stratigraphy. Okay, you might have learned this. Okay, you might have learned this in the sequence stratigraphy. The eustatic sea level changes. Okay, the eustatic sea level changes, that is relative fall in the sea level, the relative rise in the sea level, right? Why these occur and all these areas. Okay, all these reasons are given in this sequence stratigraphy. How the stratigraphy of an area evolves. Okay, how actually the stratigraphy of area evolves. That is the part of sequence stratigraphy. Right? So there are some surfaces, okay, there are some surfaces which show or which denote the relative fall, okay, relative fall in the sea level, okay, fall in the sea level and rise in the sea level, okay, rise in the sea level. So at these kind of beds, okay, these kind of beds are present in the Bag carbonate sequences, okay, Bag carbonate sequence. Now coming to the life of these Bag beds. Okay, life in the bark beds. It contains majority of ammonoidea, bivalves, gastropoda, and echinoids. Okay, it contains majority of ammonoid, bivalves, gastropoda, echinoids. Right. In the calcareous algal assemblage belonging to Cyanophyta, Rhodophyta, and Chlorophyta in the top of the Nimmer sandstone. Okay, in the top of the Nimmer sandstone is considered to have been deposited in tropical waters. Okay, whatever the tropical waters might be there. Okay, then nautiloids, acanthoceratids, desmoceratids, phyloceratids, and belemnoids are totally absent in Narmada Valley. Okay, in Narmada Valley. And shark teeth have been collected from Amba Dongar. Okay, shark teeth have been collected from this Amba Dongar area. Okay, now where do shark live? A shark teeth. Uh, if you have found the shark teeth there, what does it indicate? What does it indicate? That there must be shark. Okay, there might have been shark present. Okay, nobody can put shark teeth from the sea and place it there. Okay, this cannot happen, right? So there might have been the marine conditions, and these deep marine conditions that sharks used to live there. Okay, the sharks used to live there, right? Got this? So this is all about bag beds. Okay, this is all about the bag beds. Okay, and then comes the next one, which is lameta. Okay, next we come to the lametas. Lameta formation. Okay, the lametas formation. Now, lametas, they are associated with infra and intertrapeans. Okay, as I've told you, intratraps and intertraps are one and the same thing. Okay, intratrap and intertrap is one and the same thing, just their location is different. Okay, just their location is different, right? So it has association with infratraps and intertrap as well. Okay, it has the importance of for Cretaceous and Tertiary boundary. Okay, Cretaceous Tertiary boundary, and specifically it contains a dinosaur skeleton. Okay, it contains the dinosaur skeleton. Okay, the dinosaur skeletal remains. Okay, dinosaur skeletal remains. Okay, so upper Cretaceous lameta formation is exposed as horizontal shelves along some fringe areas of Deccan Trap in peninsular India. So around the area, around the sides of the Deccan Trap area, it occupies more than 5,000 meters square area as detached outcrops in part of central and western area. Okay, central and western India. The depositional areas can be categorized as these geographical basins. So westernmost Balasinor Chapua basin. Balasinor is very much famous for what? Balasinor is famous for what? क्या है बालासिनोर में? Balasinor has fossil park. Okay, Balasinor has fossil park where the larger skeletons of dinosaurs are placed. Right, larger skeletons of dinosaurs are placed. Right, that is Balasinor. Then Jabalpur basin. Okay, Jabalpur basin, then Sagar basin, easternmost Ambikapur basin, and southernmost Nand Dongargaon basin. Okay, these are the 5 basins in which lametas are properly seen. Okay, or properly observed. In the environment of deposition, we are much concerned with this environment of deposition. Okay, so the basalt green sandstone is interpreted as braided stream deposit. Okay, the braided stream deposits are there. Whatever the green sandstone is present is the braided stream deposit is present. The lower limestone characterized by brecciation and shrinkage cracks is interpreted as subaerially exposed palustrine flat with calcrete formation on topographic highs to low relief plains. Okay, so it is interpreted as subaerially exposed palustrine flat. That means the flat areas, the calcrete formations are there, and topographic highs of low relief plains. Okay, next the overlying mottled nodular beds exhibit a variable range of calcrete fabrics and morphologies which include circumgranular and linear rocks. Okay, circumgranular and linear cracks, root casts, and nodules. These are also present. Okay, these are interpreted as pedologically modified sheet wash deposits of semi-arid alluvial plains. Okay, there might be semi-arid alluvial plains. That means the riverine conditions. Okay, the riverine conditions. Okay, the upper calcareous sandstone is sheet flood deposit, again pedogenically modified before arrival of basalt lava flows. Okay, before arrival of the basalt lava flows. So it might have been pedogenically modified. That means there might have been formation of soil. Okay, there might have been formation of the soil here. Right. Next, the flora and fauna is not that important, but the most important thing which is present. Okay, the most important thing which is present is the fossils. Okay, so aquatic and semi-aquatic terrestrial flora and fauna which is included here. So it near complete fish remains. The fish remains are present. Okay, fish remains are present. All the vertebrate and invertebrate taxa, whatever the invertebrate and vertebrate taxa is, which is known from infratraps and intertraps. Okay, infratraps and intertraps is present in the lameta themselves. Okay, they are present in the lameta themselves. Okay, the skeletal remains are of sauropod Titanosaurus indicus. This is the variety of, or this is the genus of the dinosaur. Okay, Titanosaurus indicus and Antarchosaurus septentrionalis. Okay, and theropod megalosaurus. Okay, these are the sauropods which are present. Okay, coprolites of the titanosaurian dinosaurs at Pisdura contain tissues, cuticles, pollen grains, and pollen grains of angiosperm plants. Okay, that means it gives us the insight of the climates. Okay, they give us the insight of the climates which are present in that time when these lametas were being deposits. Okay, were being deposited. Okay, so they show that the fungal and algal material which is present in the coprolites, okay, they are present in the coprolites, which indicates that the dinosaurs were herbivores. At that time, when the lameta was being deposited, at that time, whatever the dinosaurs were present, they were herbivores, that is, vegetarian dinosaurs were present. Okay, all the dinosaurs are not non-vegetarian. Okay, all the dinosaurs are not the non-vegetarian dinosaurs. Some of them were vegetarian dinosaurs, that is the herbivorous dinosaurs. Right. The eggs occur as the nest. The dinosaur eggs are very much prominently seen in the lametas. Okay, they are prominently seen in the lametas. So these nests are whole and partly preserved eggs in the nesting sites. The nesting sites are found. Okay, isolated nests are found. Stray rolled nests are found, and eggshell debris is also found. Okay, so there are different types of eggs which are found in different forms. Okay, in different forms. So these eggs usually occur in single layer in saucer shaped pit like this. Okay, like this. Okay, so most important and well studied nesting sites are in the Anchar, Balasinur, Dohad, Hathini River, and Bagh caves, Jabalpur, Pisdura, and Nand. Okay, Pisdura and Nand in Nagpur. Okay, near Nagpur, not exactly in Nagpur, but near Nagpur. So the age of this lametas, okay, age of this lametas is considered to be Maastrichtian. Okay, is considered to be the Maastrichtian, which belongs basically to the Cretaceous. Okay, which belong basically to the Cretaceous. Right. So this is all about lametas. Okay, this is all about the lametas. Okay. So in the next class, we'll cover some of the remaining portions of stratigraphy. Okay, the Deccan part, right?